What's up, everybody? Phil from Fill the Gap here. I wanted to go over a couple articles with you all tonight. Hope everybody's doing well. By the way, a new segment of ours, I think, where I go over a couple of news articles, find you the deal of the day, show you the deal of the day, and go over some Google Trends. More of a laid-back segment, so let me know what you think in the comments. Three articles I wanted to go over. The first one being on Vendu, what Trump's tariffs mean for pre-owned goods and secondhand fashion. It's a really good read. It goes over what tariffs are, and then it kind of tells you how it affects the secondhand market. And more or less the potential upsides of it. So while tariffs can introduce stress into the overall marketplace, the secondhand fashion industry may gain a competitive edge. And I actually think that's every genre in secondhand, in the secondhand industry. If you're selling on eBay or Facebook Marketplace, you may notice an influx of buyers just because of the way that the price hikes, the tariffs have what they have done to new goods. So that's a great way to tell if it actually is crunching the market, is you can see those sales in the secondhand marketplace. So it was a great read. It really talks about how the secondhand marketplace is where people tend to flock during times of stress or when tariffs get introduced into the market. So I know we're seeing it. Let me know in the comments if you're seeing anything like that. But a really good read from Vendu here. The next one was Amazon upends discount pricing with new reference pricing rule. In the past, you used to be able to inflate your price, put a mark through with it in the discount section behind the scenes of Amazon, and then when you lowered it, it would show was 59, 60 bucks. Now it's 29, 30 bucks. You actually have to, what this article describes is you actually have to have a sale at that inflated price, and then you have the ability to move it down. So it makes the honesty of the market come through. I think that's healthy for the marketplace. We all know the big box stores used to do that, or still do, where like Black Friday, where it says like was $60, now it's 59, but like 3 months before it was the same price as it is for sale now. So it just brings honesty to this marketplace. I think Amazon doing this was overdue, but at the same time, people should be diligent looking at the prices, and that's up to them. But it does keep some honesty in the marketplace. Let me know if you think this is healthy for the marketplace. Should other websites be doing that if they're not already? Do you think it's right for sellers to kind of inflate those numbers without having a sale and then mark it as a discount? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and we'll talk about it. Next up, we've got Mercari launches a limited time tiered fee discount. That's a beta for high volume sellers. So for high volume sellers, they're trying to launch this tiered discount. And let's see here. Let's read it. It's really short here. Mercari is running a limited beta program from March 19th to May 14th, offering a tiered selling fee discount to selected high-volume sellers based on their cumulative sales during the 8-week period to the program start, with no opt-in required and tier status trackable via a profile page and progress bar. The promotion is off to a rocky start, with multiple sellers reporting a 404 error, so it's actually causing some issues, even though this is a beta, but it still seems like it's going in the right direction. They appear to be testing different tiered structures with different sellers, so maybe a lot of moving parts that are creating that error. The move marks a return to a format Mercari tested back in 2021 and comes as the U.S. marketplace reported its first ever full year profit in fiscal year of 2025, following a leadership shakeup and fee structure overhaul that began early last year. So Mercari making moves, it sounds like even last year. But they're bringing this back, seeing how it works. Some kinks, but that kind of happens when it comes to tech. But is a tiered fee discount good for Mercari and any other marketplace? Absolutely. I think it actually could bring in some really good, some new sellers with hopes that they become those high volume sellers. Always a good thing. This to me is a long time coming soon. If and I know that other marketplaces has it, especially if you pay for them. But it looks like this one is just, if you're a high volume seller, here's a fee discount. Hopefully that works out for Mercari. Let me know in the comments, do you sell on Mercari, and are you one of the ones that are experienced this beta test? And let me know your experiences if you are. Following the first article, I wanted to show a Google Trends. I searched the secondhand, well, I didn't search it, but the search trend of the term secondhand. And it shows you in the past year that it was, let's see here, I've actually hardly ever gotten onto these, but you can see that the term secondhand being searched is growing over the past year. And that just may indicate that, yeah, people are turning towards secondhand marketplaces to buy goods in regards to the tariff talk there. So interesting. Does this correlate? I think so. And you can tell me your thoughts if it correlates, and what other trends to search in regards to the tariffs in the comments below. Next up, we have, which I made a short of today, but it is our deal of the day, which is the final segment here. Deal of the day was a high bid auction that ended earlier today. This is from today. The price realized at $120. That does not include fees and taxes. And it was kind of a vague listing. I explained in my short, but a Zenith stereo console with turntable. It's actually called the Circle of Sound. Zenith Circle of Sound from the 1960s, and of course the turntable, that is true. You'll notice these speakers here, the cart that it sits on, and then the turntable and the cover on top there. All of that is the entire kit. It's a shame they don't put some of this information in the listing. I feel like it would really help the people who this belongs to. If you think about it, the less work and detail put into these listings are actually hurting the people who own that product that the auction house is selling it for. So hope that made sense. But anyways, that information is not here, even in the details. The description, nothing shows that. You have to physically search the image to find that, unless you're familiar with it. But in the short, I did find it, and I did explain that it is here on eBay. It did sell for $450. And here you can see the Zenith Circle of Sound 1960s turntable with speakers and components. It's the exact same thing. It's a pretty cool concept, actually, but $450. It sold at auction for 120. I think, let's see here on the short, it said it was like a $330 difference. So plenty of room there for some profits to be made. Let me know if you like this type of content. It's kind of new. This is going to be raw and unedited, so I'm sorry for the struggles at first there. I'm getting familiar with this myself, but there's your deal of the day. There's the run through of the articles. I hope you all like this type of content. Hope you've enjoyed. Let me know in the comments if you want me to keep going and what you want me to maybe add or subtract from this type of layout. But it's more of a laid back. We appreciate you all so much. Thank you for watching. My name is Phil. This is Phil the Gap, and we will see you on the next one.